Welcome to week 3 of my pantry clearing challenge. I look like a steak. I need to go to the hairdressers, but I can't cut my hair myself, so I'm going to look like a steak for a while. So I am cleaning out my bit by bit, my fridge, my cupboards, my freezer, just to get through what we guys have got here. And tonight we've got leftovers from the weekend. That's quite a nice one for me. And there's looking ahead, we've got all sorts of bits and pieces. We've got looking at my board, potatoes to get rid of for Paul. I've got some hunter's chicken, I think, for me. I've got some sauce to use up. So lots of bits and pieces. If you're not already subscribed, please press the subscribe button below and hopefully a thumbs up at some point. I'd appreciate it. Anyway, I'll show you what's in my fridge. It's actually looking quite full at the moment because we did like a one bag shop at the local convenience sort of shop to get a few little bits, but we're still playing through the cupboards, which I'm really pleased about because it's getting rid of stuff that's like years out of date, so I'm very happy about that. I've also cooked up some crackers. These are really good. They're like 1.5 carbs for 5 crackers, and they're really tasty, and they're great with things like cheese and things. So I've got some pate in the freezer, so that's going to be one of my lunches for the week, pate with crackers. So anyway, I'll show you the fridge and I'll show you what my leftovers look like. This is the state of the fridge at the moment. Now it looks like there's loads in it. There is, but there's not, because I've got leftovers, 2 lots of leftovers, actually 3 lots of leftovers. So they're going to be dinners tonight and for tomorrow. I've also got some stock there, which obviously is just stock. We did go to the shop just to get some bits, like 1 bag, to get snacks and things like that, some cheese. And we will grab some yogurts while we were there because we thought that would be a nice idea. Some dairy. Got 1 big bag of potatoes left in here, which is obviously Paul's, some chicken, some gammon, and onion. So, and I've got my cream, which I froze and defrosted. But yeah, that I would say, well, these black tray things will be gone tomorrow, and I'll be looking at bare bones again, I think. So that is the state of the fridge. Paul's got his leftover spaghetti bolognese from a couple of days ago and a little bit of sour cream, and I've also got my leftover chicken fettuccine with chili and things. I'm gonna give this one 4 out of 10. It's not hideous, but I won't make it again. So tonight I'm going to do hunter's chicken, low carb. I've got this barbecue sauce, which it's not too bad. It's quite thin though. So what I've done, I have wrapped some chicken breasts. I've carved them just to make them a bit smaller. And I've used a pack of this Parma ham that I froze from a while ago. Couldn't leave it behind. So I've wrapped those in there. I'm going to put these in the oven on number 6, which is like a medium heat, for about half an hour. And when that's cooked, I'm going to take them out, drizzle them in sauce and cover them in cheese and just pop them in so it melts for another 5-10 minutes. I also I put some of this special salt on there. The Parma is quite salty, but I just thought that would be a nice little zing. And that's going to be that. I'm going to have that with also from Yellow Stick at some cauliflower mash I bought back in February. So I'm going to just defrosted that. That was obviously in the freezer. So I'm going to just warm that through with maybe a little bit of cream, salt, pepper, maybe a bit of garlic, and that'll be it for 2 dinners. So we had a bit of a change of plan. I had my hunter's chicken and cauliflower rice, low carb obviously, and Paul liked the look of it, so he also swapped out hunter's chicken tonight, but he had real barbecue sauce, not the low carb stuff. So yeah, he's had that, and I've lots more cheese than him. But that is quite a big dinner for me, so I'm very excited. And it is Wednesday. We had our evening walk around the park, and on the way past, on the way back, I swung by not the convenience, like this mini mart kind of thing, and grabbed some bargains. So, and Paul's very nicely arranged this for me. Isn't he an artiste? It's not mainstream stuff really, but I just fancied like some meaty stuff to have on hand. I got some frankfurters, I think. Obviously they're crap, but per 100, so in here there's like 2.5 in the whole packet. There's some salami, similar sort of thing, packs of ham. She reduced both of these down for me because I think she was fed up, the other lady. So I'll probably freeze these just for nibbling on. Got some prawns as well. I might make a salad with those maybe in the next couple of days. They had 6 packs of jelly for £1, and they are sugar free, and this one's got 4 portions in it, so I've got like 20 odd portions for £1 of jelly, which is lovely. cream cheese, like cottage cheese, more for Paul than me, but I could have them if I fancied it. I'm going to have some more eggs. I'm going to cook my other eggs tomorrow, so it's good to have some more. I want some snacks. One of the reasons I got this is because I'm really not being very good at keeping on top of my daytime eating. I'm not eating particularly well planned, so I'm going to boil some eggs. And then 2 packs of cheese for £5, so I thought that was pretty good. So I grabbed a couple of blocks, and then some pork scratchings or pork rinds, which we're going to share. So that is my little diddy haul from Heron. So for dinner, Paul has got leftover kung pao chicken and rice from a couple of days ago, so that's nice and easy. I've got the chicken that's been defrosted a few days, so I do need to use it really. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to butterfly the breasts. Going to fry them in a little bit of oil, and I've got it's apricot jam, the sugar-free apricot jam from the Skinny Food Co. They've got a really good website. Get on the mailing list, and within a couple of days you're going to get hit with loads of offers. They're constantly doing deals. They've got jam, they've got sweetie sausage, syrups, I think baking stuff, and they've got really good like buy one get one's free and all sorts. So I actually got this from Holland and Barrett though, because I didn't have time to place an order. I do now obviously, but so I'm going to make an apricot chicken with some of this, some mustard, and I've got some stock here from when I cooked that gammon in the vegetables the other day. So I'm going to make a little sauce to go with it, and sort of sticky, sort of mustardy sweet apricot chicken, and I'm going to do that with a little bit of salad. I grabbed a lettuce yesterday as well. I had to go to the post office and I had a real gnarly looking lettuce, but I snagged it. And I've got some coriander, and I've got a bit of cucumber I think in the fridge as well. So I'm going to do a little just a little green salad to go with it and see how that turns out. And I've got that chicken that I made, that's half of it, and I drizzled some sauce over it. Tasted it, it's really nice. And just that green salad with some cheese. And Paul's got his kung pao chicken and rice. I think that's a bit much. I don't think he's going to eat it all, but there you go, he's a champion. And I think I need some mayo or something on this plate, so I'm going to grab some of my avocado mayo that I got in my Crave box. My next Crave box is actually due to be dispatched today, I think, so that's awesome. But I've got a spare portion of this as well for leftovers, so I'll have that in the week. Hi guys, it's Thursday, and I have to confess I'm really tired today. I did quite a lot of walking. I had to go out to the post office for work reasons, and I walked because a lot of them have shut, and so I had to walk for like 2.5 miles round trip. That was nice. So I'm a bit tired, so I'm only having leftovers tonight. I'll flip you around and show you what we're having. A couple of weeks ago I made some salmon and fish cakes, and they were really good. These are the last 2 out of the freezer. I just thought I've defrosted them quickly in the microwave, and I'm just going to put them in the oven so they get them a little bit crispy. I've got some pasta for Paul, which we cooked last week, and I was going to do garlic bread with these little rolls that I had, but I've checked them and unfortunately they've got spots on there, so I can't have that. So we've got some gammon, and that's got to be eaten, so I'm going to warm up that, make Paul a wacky dinner. So gammon and pasta, obviously, perfect mix. And I managed to grab a cucumber today from the convenience shop, and it's not looking too shady. So I'm going to have my pickled ginger, sushi ginger, to go with my fish cakes, with a little drizzle of teriyaki on there to give it a little flavour, and my lettuce, and I've got some jalapenos I forgot I had. So I'm going to shove this in the oven and see what else I can find in the fridge to shove on my plate. I'm also going to be having on my salad this mayonnaise that I got in my new monthly subscription box from Crave Kit. I never tried this before, so I'm going to try that. And I've actually got another one on the way. So if you're not already subscribed, you want to see an unboxing like last month, press the subscribe button, and hopefully there'll be some really more good stuff in there, because this is, I've been told, really, really nice. And I know it's quite expensive, so I think it was quite good value. So I'm going to have some of this with my fish. And we are done. I've got my salad there, my mayonnaise, jalapeno. I've got some chives and some fresh coriander. Threw that on as well. And I've got some ginger on my and teriyaki sauce on my fish cakes. And I'm kind of known for occasionally cooking a wacky dinner. And Paul, would you say this is a bit of a wacky dinner?
Oh, that is pretty high on the wacky scale.
Thank you. Well, you know, love you. Anyway, I'm going to go and eat this, and maybe have some jelly and cream for pudding. Hi guys, it is Friday, and I've just done my full day at work. It's like 5:04, and I have to say I'm not feeling very good today at all. I wasn't feeling too good last night either. So today has been a real drag, and I'm very grateful to have some leftovers today. I've got that apricot mustardy chicken thing I did a couple of days ago. I think I've got some veggies in the freezer. I haven't got much veg in the freezer actually. Something I do need to grab a few bags of when I'm at the convenience store. I was going to cook Paula curry, but I'm just not feeling it. So I'll see what I can throw together that's out of the freezer, just to shove it in the oven and see what pops out. I'm going to have one of these steam fresh bags. I've had them for a while. They're not the lowest, they're 6.5 carbs per bag, but they've got to be used, and I've got the carbs in my allowance, so I've not eaten a great deal, and I've got that leftover chicken there. And I don't think I've showed you an update on my bean sprouts. I planted these on Saturday, today's now Friday, and they are busting out at the seams. Literally, we planted like that many in the bottom of the, that many beans in the bottom of the bottle, and that's how, in like 5 days, 6 days, they've shot up to being beans. So a few more days, this is going to go bushy, I think. We're going to be eating some bean sprouts. And here we go. So I've got my veggies and my apricot mustardy chicken. I might put some garlic butter on there. Paul's got chips and scampi and a squeaking doodle. Good morning, it is Saturday and I'm feeling so much better today. I think what's been happening, I think a lot of people are having the same problem, is my sleep is really bad at the moment. I've been having like crazy dreams and crazy nightmares. I've been having really bad broken sleep as well. Waking up several times in the night, I think it's just taken its toll. But I slept, I think, probably about 9 hours last night of uninterrupted, unbroken sleep. So I feel much better today. I've been having some crazy dreams, and I've been hearing this a lot. People are saying that they're having some real wacky dreams. If you're having strange dreams, let me know below, because I want to hear. I really want to hear, because I'm really nosy. I had dreams about like being stuck in a big car park I can't get out of, and hotels and things like that. Obviously no Freud needed for that analysis of dreams, but let me know if you're having crazy dreams. I want to know. Anyway, it's Saturday, it's about, well, it's just gone 12, so we haven't been to the supermarket, the big supermarket, for 3.5 weeks now, and some things that I'd like to get hold of that I just can't get from my convenience stores, things like real cream and stuff like that, and meat as well. We haven't to go to the butcher's, and it's pretty limited there. I've not been, I don't know what to expect. I have been told there's a queuing system outside, you have to queue up to get in, which is understandable. 1 in, 1 out, I think, is the situation. I'm sure I'll find out when I get there. But I'm going to go to the supermarket and see what I can get. Apparently everything's very well stocked now. It's just queuing up to get in there and using like a one-way system that's on the floor, apparently. I've been reading, so I'm going to get some my trainers on and go. It is raining, which is a good sign, because I don't drive, so I have to walk. I don't mind walking in the rain, but also it might put other people off, so it might be a little bit easier to get in, even though it's Saturday lunchtime. We'll see. So I'm going to head out. I've got a sort of a shopping list. I can only take what I can carry, and then one of the other reasons we want to go is because we need cat litter, and hopefully that's what I'm going to get first. So that's quite heavy. So probably realistically only one big bag of shopping. So I can't get the bus because they're not really running, and I can't get a taxi, so I'm going to have to walk with it. So let's head out and see what I can get at the supermarket. Wow. So that was an experience. Actually, it was actually a very positive shopping experience, I have to say. There was a queue on the way in, but they took about 10 minutes to get into the store, so it was great. Everyone was nice, happy, positive, smiling. The staff great. They were disinfecting all the handles. Every time a trolley was used, they disinfected it. Store staff were helpful and smiling. I couldn't fault them. They are doing an amazing job, so well done to the staff. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'll show you my haul. So let's show you my grocery haul. Excuse all the mess, I've got to put all my Tupperwares away. So one of the main reasons we went was I needed cat litter, but it's so freaking heavy. Everything I bought today I had to carry and walk home with it, about a 15-minute walk. So my shopping experience was a juggle between what I couldn't get in our convenience stores, what was light enough for me to carry, and what I couldn't get, you know, elsewhere, or, you know, for certain things I wanted. So it is a bit of a hodgepodge. It's stuff I wouldn't normally get. So I got my litter, which is good. With what I've already got, I should have about 2 weeks worth, and I don't mind doing what I did today. Again, it wasn't crazy at all. It's very pleasant for a Saturday, so we should be okay for a couple of weeks. So I got just some snacky stuff for my partner because he's such a good man. Yeah, I've been feeding him some old rubbish, haven't I? So I'm still doing my pantry challenge. This is to top up with other little bits, and some of the stuff was bought intentionally using the stuff that I've got in my pantry that I do want to use, so I'll talk about that as well. So I've got him some stuff for his like lunchtime snacks, some pastry things, some ham. I'm going to freeze this for him, so he's got a couple of weeks worth of ham. And there was actually a surprising number of yellow stickers. I think because they're not getting the footfall they normally would on a Saturday, they're just not selling stuff out as quick as they normally would. So I bet there's so much food waste. I bet their bins are overflowing. If I was a, dumpster diver, I'd be like down there, but I'm not allowed to be. So I've got 3 packs of chicken. To be fair, most of these gives this to my cats as like a top up because they like it. I've got some goujons for Paul for the freezer because he likes that kind of stuff. That'll be one night next week with some chips. Got some cream for the freezer. You can freeze cream. There's sort of things you can do to help, which I'll probably talk about one day. So I'm going to freeze one of these. Also need some sour cream for a recipe, and I only need one, so I had to buy some creme fraiche for that, so that's fair enough. And then just stuff for me, like for eating during the daytime in the week. I've got some of this like Polish sausage, which I really love. Got some raw king prawns, reduced. I might do myself a little Thai curry with that one night in the next couple of weeks. That'd be nice. Got to pull some Scotch eggs, and they had like the reduced section these bouillon stock cubes, 18 pence. I only grabbed the one. Excuse my cat power balling for the cat flap. So I just got the one. This is for Paul for sandwiches for the next week. I didn't buy bread, particular loaf bread or crisps or chocolate for Paul because we can get them in our convenience store. So, but things like this we can't. So I must bought in some of that. And I bought some super noodles because also things that were light that I could get in that were easy to carry. So I got him a little pack of super noodles. One of these, our bean shoots are growing nicely. He's got some back of the cupboard. I found some Chinese style like noodles you can cook yourself. So I'm going to do him some sort of stir fry next week. No peppers because I didn't have any. But I've got chicken, so I can do some sort of stir fry for him. They had some Atkins bars on offer. I only bought the 2. They had loads of them. Low sugar. I've never indulged. Peanut caramel. I think this might be a repackaging of the usual stuff. 2.8 net carbs, but it's a nice little treat night. We are having a date night tonight because we're not really big on date nights. We're very much like roomies. But I just felt like I wanted one. So there is a channel on YouTube called Virtual Pub Quiz. So you can sit and do pub quizzes together. I thought that'd be fun, and we'll watch a movie. So I might have one of those as my little treat tonight. Need some baggies because obviously I'm sort of breaking packaging down and freezing some partial measures, so it's good to have those. I am trying to move away from things like this generally. I'm starting to save my glass jars and to use those, but we are prone to dropping things, so baggies sometimes has to be the answer. And because the kittens are so good, I bought them a little catnip cockerel to play with. That'd be nice. And they had the yellow stickers on quite a lot of stuff, and like obviously I didn't take it all. Normal me would drain it all, but I can't and I won't. I'll leave things to other people. But one of the things I've got in the cupboard is I've got pesto, and I've got I did some really good pesto meatballs. So I thought, well, I'll grab this pork mince and I'll make some more pesto meatballs with the 2. I've got 2 jars of pesto, 2 packs of reduced pork mince. So sounds good to me. I've got some chicken thighs because I've got some 3 jars of Nando peri peri sauce. So I'm going to make peri peri chicken possibly tomorrow night. Probably tomorrow night for us. So that'll be good. They had this almond flour reduced. Normally it's I think £3, 80 pence. So I just they had a few more. I just bought 2 of them. But it's always good to have that in your stash. Normally a 500-gram bag of their own version would be £5. So I got 400 grams for £1.60. I thought that was a good thing to have at the back of the cupboard. I didn't even check the date. Not that it really matters. I don't really believe in dates, but don't know the date. Oh, 31st of August. There you go. So there's still plenty of time. I don't know why they were selling it off. If I go again in a couple of weeks, it's still there, I will grab some more. I'll leave it for other people in the time being. We've got some salad cream because we do like that. Paul's not a mayonnaise man and we both like it a lot. There are carbs in it though. 12 per 100 grams. So it's not insignificant. Now, I've got some innocent almond milk, which is my favourite, and then just some Alpro. I've ordered some Alpro online because I was trying to avoid buying some and carrying it, but my shipment got damaged and it's been returned to sender, so there you go. And I bought some strange things here. I've been craving this recipe for like this nut brittle stuff that's keto friendly, so I went and bought the ingredients. They're only small and only light, so I got some vanilla, some cardamom, some cinnamon, tahini paste, which I've never used before, and rose water I've never used before, and some sesame seeds for that. I also bought myself some more nuts, again for date night tonight. I think I've got some of these sriracha nuts, some regular almonds, and some pecans. And these srirachas are only £1, and each 100 grams, 6.1, so they're really low. So there's like going to be in that, what, about 4.5 carbs. That's another night in date night kind of thing. I bought some burgers and some buns to go with them. Got some turkey steak again on offer, so that'll go in the freezer for something or other, and these burgers. And I've got some burger buns to go with those, and some wraps. And I've got a good date on the 28th. It's the 17th today, so we've got a while till he needs to open them. Hopefully by then I can get some peppers from somewhere to make him some fajitas. And lastly, they had row upon row of Easter eggs. She was still putting out brand new cages of them because no one's bought them. And this was 37p. I had room in my bag, so I bought it for him. His eyes lit up when I came home. So 37p, and me carrying it home, it was worth it. So that is my during pandemic grocery haul. So for dinner tonight, I'm cooking for a curry. I'm doing tikka masala using these little intense pot things I got on clearance. Use one of these, I think some tomatoes and some paste. I'm also going to put in there an onion. It says to have a sugar. The only sugar we have is brown sugar. It does look strange, but as I said before, I'm in the food industry and we get samples and things, and that's some sample sugar that I had. And also I've got this little Indian spice wheel thing, and I've not actually used it. I smelt it and it looks good, but I never actually got around to using it. So I'm going to use some of that on that. So I want to cook the onions and things first. And also with this as well, I'm cooking myself some chicken in the oven, which is going to go in first. I've got this marinade. I can get rid of all of that. Another bottle I've gone out of our pantry. And I'm also going to pre-season it with some spice. I know Indian and Portuguese doesn't go together, but I'm going to use the spice anyway. And I think I might go for the tandoori because I can. And I found these halloumi slices in the fridge. They've got a while to go yet, but I thought, you know what, I might as well just cook them up now and keep it a fairly low carb-ish dinner. The remainder of this bottle has got about 8 carbs in it. This will be easily 2 dinners, maybe 3. So it's not going to be a big carb hitter. So I'm going to crack on. Also, we haven't got many veggies left now. Couldn't hold any peppers. This is the last onion we have, I think. So I'm going to use half of this can in the curry, because I normally bulk it out with extra veggies like peppers and things, or broccoli, and I might have half of it tonight on my plate. So drained off is 225 calories, and so for half of that for me would be 3 carbs. So not bad. I'll have that as my fibre. Talking of fibre, I'm not having enough, so unfortunately I've invested in some of this stuff. Apparently I've looked online, it is like carb free. I don't know how, but allegedly it is. So I'm going to have that to help with my fibre content. And I've also got this from Amazon. This is coconut MCT powder. I saw it on Married to Keto, her channel. She uses it to make her waffles with. And I thought it'd be a really good way to get in not only MCT, the fats from MCTs, but also to help with a little bit of fibre as well. And that's it. There's 30 portions in this container, 0 carbs and 3.6 grams of fibre, which I thought would help a little bit as well. But you can use it in making your bulletproof coffee and smoothies and shakes as well. So I might start adding that in a little by little. And nice tub. So I'm going to crack on and put this lot in the oven first of all for about 40 minutes to get them cooking, see how they look. And once they're done, drizzle with that and make a start on the curry. And here is dinner. So Paul's got his chicken tikka masala with some rice and a garlic naan, and I've got my halloumi, my green beans and my chicken that's with a peri peri sauce on it. Good morning, it is Sunday, so it looks like Paul's picked up that little bug thing that I think I had because he's tucked up in bed, bless him. So I'm going to spend an hour or so, probably or so, just doing some cooking and some meal prepping and snack prepping and that kind of thing. So I'll flip you around and show you what I'm up to. So first off, my bean sprouts have grown from seed in a week. I need to go through them or just pull off any like scraggly bits like they started to flower and stuff. But I'm going to go through that and give it a good clean and then refrigerate it. And I've got stir-fry bean sprouts for the week, which is going to be good. I've also got some scraggly bits in the fridge. I think that's really bad. A cabbage from about a month ago and just half a carrot. So I'm going to do a little coleslaw, I think I've got the ingredients for that. I'm going to make something with it anyway. Also got some eggs which expired yesterday, so I forgot all about them. So I'm going to make a quiche. I'm using some bits and pieces that I've got here, ignore that. I've got cream. I'm also going to sort of, sounds silly, but I've boiled some eggs for like lunch and snacks during the week. I'm also going to repack these frankfurters, this deli ham here, and just chop it up and pop it in the fridge so that it's all ready for me to go. It's not about time saving, it's just like a reminder. Divide it into 5 portions that I've got those things there. Basically lunch prepping like I would do if I was at work, but at home. I've also got this I'm going to throw into the quiche. The recipe does call for a zucchini. This is from easylowcarb.com. So it does call for a zucchini or a courgette, which I haven't got. 8 eggs I've got, they're not large, so I could probably use more. I've got cream, I've got mustard and salt, pepper. So I am without the zucchini, but I've got ham. So I think I'm going to throw in this mozzarella ball because it is considerably out of date. Let's open it up and smell it. Pop a bit of onion in there, perhaps. And I've also got a pack of this Parma ham, which I've defrosted. So I'm going to chop that up, fry it up with a bit of onion, and put it in and just make myself a quiche for breakfast and see kind of what's happening. That's pretty much my plan. I've also got more onion there. So that's kind of my plan for the next hour or so. And then there's my little prep done for the weekend. Quite enjoyed it. It's been like 5 or 6 weeks since I did any lunch or breakfast prep. So I've got that quiche that I made. A little bit overdone on the edges, but that's okay. That's going to make 6 portions, which I think is very generous. I think it was something like 300 calories and just 2 carbs per portion. So I'm going to leave that to go cold and slice it up. Next I made a slaw with those bits and pieces. When I made it before, I thought it had dill in it or something like that. It didn't mention it. So I just grabbed a little bit of coriander, some cilantro from my herb garden, and a little bit of chives from my garden as well. I just stirred those in, and I've said this is going to make 4 portions, which I think is okay. And each portion is 3 carbs. So I use that avocado mayonnaise as well that I got from the Crave kit. I have to say I'm not a big fan of avocado mayo, but I do appreciate it's super low carb. So that's good. Just needs 5 boiled eggs. That mozzarella, I forgot to put it in there. So I've just cubed it up to have every day, piece each. Yes, they're just little sausage hot dogs, but I thought I'd depackage them. It'll encourage me to eat them. And when I'm thinking about food in the morning or lunchtime, I can go straight and go, actually, I've got my little delicatessen board. So got those, and I've also chopped up my salami. So yeah, I think I'm ready for the week in terms of breakfast and a little lunch selection. So I'm really pleased that I've thought to do this week, and I think I'm going to have to do it again next week, something similar, just so that I've got things ready and with the things I've got to hand and what I can get from the convenience shop. So all these are that's convenience, that's convenience, that's convenience. So I can get hold of the ingredients for some of these things. So very happy. And here is my 7 little portions of bean sprouts. They're a bit leafy, but that's okay, it's all edible. Each packet is 100 grams, I've measured them out. And that's 4 net carbs because I used mung beans. If you used alfalfa, they'd be pretty much like 1 carb, but I didn't have that to hand. I used what I had. So this lot cost about 20 pence. It took me about an hour of my life, and will feed me a week. So really worth trying if you ever wondered about trying growing your own. Very easy one and great for kids as well. So I'm going to shove this in the fridge, and I'll be having some garlic bean sprout stir fries, I think, next week. Quite a few. So tonight I'm cooking Paul some burgers. He's not feeling too great still, but he's on the mend, bless him. So I've got him some burgers, which are sort of burning at the moment. And I've got my one pack of my bamboo shoots. I found out that you can actually freeze them as long as you blanch them first, which is very good information. So I think I might blanch a few packets and see if I can find room for them. That's really cool. I also replanted my spring onions that I got from the supermarket about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3. And they sprouted up all this much. So I'll just give them a little haircut on one of them. I'm going to throw that in there as well with a little ginger, garlic, 5 spice and sesame oil. I have that on the side of the chicken that I cooked yesterday, which was going to warm up. So I'm going to throw this in a pan and get these burgers done. And here we go, we've got Paul's burgers for him to sort out what he wants to put on those. Presentation is nothing. I've got my bean sprouts and I've got my chicken. It smells amazing and I'm going to tuck in and I am excited. Well, that's me done for the week. I'm feeling really positive. I've got my obviously some lunch prep, my breakfast sorted out, and I feel like I've got some good plans for next week. I'm going to go and sort out my plans for meals next week. I've got an idea though based on what I've got. I think the freezer is one I want to attack next week. And also I'm going to go, I think if I get time, dye my hair, do my nails, give myself a pedicure, do some self-care and all that stuff. And that wraps me up for the week. I'm so looking forward to next week. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, press that subscribe button and the thumbs up if you enjoyed it, or down if you didn't. And I will see you guys for the weigh-in and other bits and pieces throughout the week as well. Hope you're doing really well, and I will see you guys in the next one.